Ever wondered about your worth? Ever questioned if you are deserving of love? In the grand tapestry of life, we often find ourselves pondering these deep existential questions. We navigate through the labyrinth of experiences, moments and interactions, each one shaping and molding us, leaving imprints on our hearts and minds. Sometimes these imprints, these echoes of our past, lead us to question our worth. They whisper in our ears, casting shadows of doubt, making us wonder if we are truly deserving of love. It's a question as old as humanity itself, reverberating through the ages, across cultures and continents, touching every heart and every soul. The question of worth is not a simple one. It's intricately woven with layers of self-perception, self-esteem, and self-love. It's about how we see ourselves, how we value ourselves, and ultimately, how we love ourselves. And here's the key, the heart of the matter, if you will. Worth is not something external, not something that can be measured in material possessions or societal status. It's an intrinsic part of who we are, a radiant light within us, ever bright, ever present, ever powerful. But what about love? Where does it fit into this equation? Love, in all its forms, is a profound affirmation of our worth. It's a mirror that reflects our true self back to us, a gentle reminder of our inherent value and significance. Yet we often find ourselves tangled in a web of self-doubt, questioning our worthiness of love. We look outside for validation, for approval, for acceptance, forgetting that the most profound love, the most genuine acceptance, comes from within. So, if you find yourself grappling with these questions, wrestling with these doubts, remember this: you are not alone. Each one of us is on this journey, navigating through this labyrinth, searching for answers, seeking our worth, yearning for love. And here's the truth, the undeniable, inescapable truth. You are worthy, you are deserving, you are enough. Just as you are, in all your glorious imperfection, in all your beautiful complexity, you are a masterpiece, a wonder, a marvel. Yes, you are worthy and you are deserving of love. Once upon a time, there was a person who was told they were not enough. They were told they were too quiet, too loud, too emotional, too stoic. They were told they were too much of this and not enough of that. They were told they were not enough over and over again until they started to believe it themselves. This person, like many of us, began to believe that their worth was tied to the opinions of others. They started to see themselves through the lens of the world, and that lens was often unkind. Every criticism, every rejection, every failure was a confirmation of their unworthiness, and so they built a wall around themselves, a fortress of self-doubt and insecurity. They hid behind this wall, afraid to be seen, afraid to be judged, afraid to be not enough. But here's the thing about walls: they not only keep others out, they also keep us in. This person was trapped within their own fortress, unable to see their true worth. But then something remarkable happened. They stumbled upon a mirror that showed them not as the world saw them, but as they truly were. And what they saw surprised them. They saw strength, they saw resilience, they saw beauty. They saw a person who was more than enough, just as they were. They saw a person who had weathered storms, who had braved battles, who had overcome obstacles. They saw a person who had loved, who had laughed, who had lived. They saw a person who was worthy of love, not because of what they did or didn't do, but simply because they were. It was a long journey, a journey of self-discovery, of self-acceptance, of self-love. It was a journey that required them to tear down their walls, to confront their fears, to challenge their beliefs. It was a journey that asked them to be vulnerable, to be brave, to be true. And in the end, they realized they were more than enough, just as they were. Love, a word so simple yet so powerful. When we think about love, we often think about it in connection with others. We think about our families, our friends, our partners. But love is not just about our relationships with others. It's also about our relationship with ourselves. The transformative power of love is something extraordinary. It's like a beacon of light that shines through the darkest corners of our lives, illuminating everything in its path. When we truly love ourselves, we begin to see ourselves in a new light. We start to realize our inherent worth, our unique qualities, our potential. But how do we tap into this transformative power? The first step is to understand that love is not something that is given or taken away. It's something that resides within us, waiting to be discovered, waiting to be unleashed. Self-love is not about vanity or arrogance. It's about accepting ourselves for who we are, flaws and all. It's about understanding that we are not defined by our mistakes or our past, but by our ability to grow and learn from them. When we love ourselves, we set the stage for others to love us too. We attract people who appreciate us for who we are, not for who they want us to be. We attract relationships that are based on mutual respect and understanding, not on control or manipulation. But the power of love doesn't stop there. Love also has the ability to heal. It can mend broken hearts, soothe wounded souls, and bring peace to troubled minds. It can transform pain into strength, fear into courage, and self-doubt into self-belief. Love is not something that we should take for granted. It's something that we should cherish, nurture, and cultivate. It's something that we should share with others, not just in words, but in actions. Love is the ultimate expression of acceptance, and everyone deserves to experience it. It's time for us to embrace the power of love, to let it guide us, inspire us, and transform us. Because at the end of the day, we are all worthy of love. Embracing your worthiness is a journey, not a destination. This journey is one that demands courage, vulnerability, and resilience. It's a journey that requires us to unlearn the narratives we've been told about our worth and to rewrite them with our own pen, in our own words. Acknowledging your worthiness is like standing in front of a mirror and seeing your reflection in its entirety, embracing every contour, every shadow, every radiant glow. It's about recognizing that you are not a puzzle with missing pieces, but a complete and unique masterpiece. One powerful way to embrace your worthiness is through positive self-talk. Consider how you would talk to your best friend or a loved one. Would you belittle them, make them feel small or unworthy? Of course not. You'd uplift them, encourage them, and remind them of their worth. So why not do the same for yourself? Positive self-talk is not about inflating your ego. It's about affirming your worth and treating yourself with kindness and respect. Setting boundaries is another vital step in this journey. It's about saying no when you need to, about standing up for your needs and desires. It's about respecting your own time, energy, and emotions. By setting boundaries, you're sending a clear message to yourself and others that your worth is non-negotiable. And then there's self-care. This is not just about bubble baths and spa days, although those can be lovely. It's about taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental health. It's about nourishing your body with good food, your mind with knowledge and positive thoughts, and your soul with love and compassion. Embracing your worthiness is about acknowledging that you are enough, just as you are. It's about standing tall in your truth and shining your light brightly, even in the midst of the storm. It's about loving yourself, not despite your imperfections, but because of them. Remember, your worth is not negotiable, it is inherent. It's woven into the very fabric of your being. So embrace it, celebrate it, and let it guide you on your journey. For you are worthy of love, respect, and all the beauty this world has to offer. How does one cultivate love? It starts from within. Love is a seed that is sown in the fertile soil of self-compassion. It is the gentle understanding that we are not perfect, that we make mistakes, and that it's okay. It is the ability to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, I am human, I am flawed, and yet I am still worthy of love. To cultivate love, we must first practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about forgetting or condoning wrongs done to us. It is about freeing ourselves from the chains of resentment and bitterness. It is saying, I will not let the actions of others dictate my happiness. It is the conscious choice to let go, to heal, to move forward. In forgiving others, we forgive ourselves, creating a space for love to grow. Next, we must cultivate gratitude. Gratitude is the sunshine that nurtures the seed of love. It is the acknowledgement of the good in our lives, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. It is the appreciation of a warm bed, a good meal, a kind word, a loving hug. It is the realization that even in the midst of trials and tribulations, there is always something to be thankful for. Gratitude opens our hearts to love's possibilities. Lastly, we must make love a daily practice. Like a garden, love needs constant care and attention. It needs to be watered with acts of kindness, pruned with honesty, and fertilized with understanding. We must be patient, for love grows at its own pace. We must be persistent, for love withstands the test of time. We must be resilient, for love endures through all seasons. Remember, cultivating love is not a one-time event. It is a lifelong journey that begins and ends with us. It is a journey of self-discovery, of healing, of growth. It is a journey that transforms us, that empowers us, that makes us whole. Cultivate love within and you'll radiate love outward. Self-worth and love, two sides of the same coin. But what happens when these two meet at an intersection? The result is a beautiful dance of self-realization and profound connection. Let's delve a little deeper. Imagine self-worth as a well filled to the brim with sparkling water. This well is within all of us. It's a reservoir of our talents, our strengths, our uniqueness. It's the very essence of who we are. It's our job to recognize this well, to value its contents and to keep it replenished. Why is this so important, you ask? Because this well is the source from which we give to others. It's the source of our capacity to love. Now think of love as a river, flowing freely, touching everything in its path. This river has the power to nurture, to heal, to connect. But for this river to flow, it must have a source. And what better source than a well that is full, a well that recognizes its own worth? When we truly understand our worth, we not only fill our own well, but also allow the river of love to flow freely. We give love more freely because we understand that we are not diminished by giving. Instead, we are replenished. On the other hand, when we understand our worth, we also receive love more openly. We allow others to contribute to our well, recognizing that their love does not define our worth, but rather it enhances it. In this beautiful intersection, self-worth and love dance together in a continuous cycle of giving and receiving, of recognizing and enhancing. It's like a perfectly choreographed ballet, where each dancer knows their value and contributes to the performance, making it more beautiful, more profound. In conclusion, the intersection of self-worth and love is not just a meeting point. It's a dance that we all are capable of, a dance that we all deserve to be a part of. You are worthy of love and you are capable of love. Never forget that. So where do we go from here? The journey of self-discovery and self-love is a journey that never truly ends. As we've explored in this video, understanding your worth and embracing the power of love are two of the most essential steps in that journey. Let's revisit the key points we've covered. We started with the question of worth, asking ourselves, am I worthy? We've seen that worth is not something that is given or taken away by others. It is inherent in each and every one of us. We are all worthy simply because we exist. We then moved on to the story of self-worth. We talked about the experiences that can shape our perception of our own worth and how we can rewrite that narrative to better reflect our true value. We've learned that self-worth is not determined by external factors, but by how we see and value ourselves. From there, we delved into the power of love. Love, in all its forms, has the power to uplift, heal, and transform. When we love ourselves truly and deeply, we open ourselves up to receive love from others and to give love freely and without reservation. We then discussed how to embrace self-worth, understanding that it is a process, a journey, and not a destination. We talked about cultivating love, nurturing it within ourselves, and spreading it to those around us. And finally, we explored the intersection of self-worth and love, understanding that one cannot truly exist without the other. As we wrap up, I encourage you to continue exploring these themes in your own life. Embrace your worth. Love yourself. Know that you are deserving of all the goodness life has to offer. And remember, this journey is not a solitary one. Reach out to others, share your experiences, learn from their stories. Remember, you are worthy, you are loved, and you have the power to transform your life through self-worth and love. Now, let's move forward. This journey of self-love and self-worth is one we must take action on every day. It's not enough to just understand these concepts. We must make them a part of our lives. Let's start today. Take a moment to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am worthy, I am loved. Repeat it until you believe it, and even when you do, keep repeating it. Write it down. Say it out loud, make it a mantra. And remember, you're not alone in this. Reach out to others, share your journey, and learn from theirs. Let's create a community of love and self-worth right here. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us create more content like this. And don't forget to share this video with others who might need to hear this message. Thank you for being here, for taking the time to understand and embrace your worth. Remember, you are worthy, you are loved, and you have the power to transform your life through self-worth and love. Until next time, keep embracing your worth and spreading love.